All right, I am going live. I'm trying to go live on all of my platforms, so give me a second. Bear with me. This is going to be a little challenging, but we're going to test it out and see. We're going to test it out and see. So, today I am creating custom designer notebooks. And if you're on TikTok, I can show you what the notebook cover looks like. Um, we are going to be creating these today. Now I need you to take this link, share it out. I can't see the comments yet on the other channels, but I'm trying to do all of them. I'm trying to do all of them. Let me zoom in over here so you can see. Let me know if you can see me and you can hear me. I'm going live on 3 different platforms, so let me know if you can see and hear everything. I have to go in and manually to check my Instagram comments on my. Ooh, All right, so we're gonna design notebooks today. I was inspired by the designer bags with the little charms. I don't know if I am supposed to say the name. I know that I hear people not say the names on TT. So, and we're gonna say TT because that's what I hear the people do. So, I'm just gonna follow suit, right? So I'm teaching you how to create these customized notebooks. Now we're going to design one together. I designed mine already, and I'm going to, if you are a member of my community in YT, and y'all just take the abbreviations and make them what they are, right? If y'all are members of my YT community, you will be able to get the template. I've already put the template in there for you. So go on ahead and grab that if you want, and we're going to create designer notebook covers. So as you can see, everybody is creating these custom notebook covers, and these custom notebook covers are going viral. They're popular everywhere. And so I wanted to do something because I was inspired by this bag, and I was like, got to try this. I got to try it and see if it's going to work. And so let me turn me down. Okay. So I had to try it and see if it was going to work, and it did. So if you are on TT, what I'm doing is I'm showing you, you're in my behind the scenes from StreamYard. So I do apologize if the screen is a little small. Okay. So let's start by starting with, I got my design in Chat GPT. So you guys, I need you to take this link, share this out, share it out, share it out. I got this from Chat GPT because I didn't want to directly take the fabric itself. And I was thinking about it, but I was like, you know what? Let me put in a creative prompt so it can give me the idea of the bag. So let me see if I could make this a little bigger for TikTok. Um, okay, so this is the screen that y'all could see. And so these are the designer notebooks that I created. So again, I have a template. If you are a part of my YT community, you can definitely get the template. I put it in there for free. So this is the notebook that I created, and I am going to use the editing tools of Canva AI. I'm not Canva AI. I'm going to use the editing tools of Canva to design the way I want it to be. So if I want something to be smaller, bigger, like I added these elements here. This is the little charms that they sell, and I created these in ideogram. So if you want to design your own, you can definitely go to ideogram because that's exactly where I went to create my own. Let me go a little bigger. That's exactly where I went to create my own. And so you can move these anywhere. The items that are on here, like these, except for this Labubu thing, all of the items were created with the design itself. So I created this in ideogram. and you can move this wherever you want. Now, as you can see, there's custom template, there's custom notebooks everywhere. If you are in TT, thank you so much for joining. If you are in TT, I'm going to show you, you'll be able to see what the real notebook looks like. So if you're on YouTube, you don't get to see it, but tomorrow we are definitely going to go live and I'm going to do the assembling of the notebook. Okay. So what we're doing, this is what it looks like. Oh, wait, let me, oh, I'm zoomed all the way in. Let me see. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, wait a minute. Did I do that? Okay, as you can see, this is the notebook, and I did this on regular paper so that I could test out the design and see if everything is where I wanted it to be. So this is what it looks like on regular paper, and then this is what it looks like on vinyl, glossy vinyl sticker paper. This paper is my absolute favorite. I make labels with this. I absolutely love glossy vinyl sticker paper. You all please tap the screen, tap the screen. So this is what it looks like. And I wanted it to have the elements of the bag, but I wanted it to be like a junk bag. So as you can see, all the charms and stuff like that. I do really want to do one with the scarf on it. So maybe we'll design that today. I got something on here. I got to take it off. Okay. So I wanted to do the scarf design, and maybe, like I said, maybe I'll do that today. But if I don't, this is what we're going to do. I'm showing you all how I designed this notebook. And again, you can create anything. If you want to use a different designer bag, you can. Now, this is not something that I am selling. This is something that I did just because I had a creative idea in my head and I wanted to share it. Use this at your own discretion. Y'all already know about the licensing and things like that. So use it at your own discretion. Okay. Wait, what community? On YouTube. On YouTube. If you join the Light and Sweet, you'll definitely get the template. Hello, Recreated Designs. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so let me share with you some of the other ones that I've done. So again, these are other charms, and these were also inspired by the LV. They were inspired by their charms and their bags and stuff that they have. So I seen everybody was putting these on their bags, and I was like, I didn't say me too because I didn't want to put it on my bag, but I sure did want to create a notebook because that's what I do, right? So these are two. Let me see if these are two separate ones. Yes. These are two separate ones that I did. This one you can see with the cherries and the bows and the rhinestones, and I added a little extra bling on it. That is for here. And then I have the, keep going. These are the backs. I didn't put anything for the back. These are my new ones that I'm working on as well. This is the hip hop one. This is my Run DMC, Ode to Run DMC. These I am going to be selling. Hey, can I call you Rose? These I am going to be selling because I love these. I absolutely love these. So I created this background. I created it because I wanted something different. Everybody is using Canva to grab their graphics. So I wanted something different. I wanted ideogram, and I created my own graphics, and then I designed my own in my own character. Now this character, because I like my cartoon characters, designed in Bing, because I think they make the best characters. So Bing and sometimes Chat GPT or Dolly 3, those make the best cartoon images. Sometimes you could get some really great cartoon images with Midjourney, but they have to be like those comic book characters, not so much like a chibi. So I went to Bing and I created her. So we can create a character together. Welcome and thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, y'all. Please keep on tapping. So this is the one that I created with the hip hop. One is upscaled and one is not. So as you can see, I upscaled. You want to always make sure that you upscale your images so that you can have crisp images when you print these things out. Right. And these are great for if you want to sell these, you can sell these as an extra stream of income. If you want to use these as a gift, you want to put it in a bundle or something like that. Let's say your business, you're talking about health and wellness and Zen and journaling and manifesting and affirmations. You may want to give something like this as a gift, and you can put your own unique spin on it. You can put your own branding on it. You can have a whole notebook full of affirmations if you want. You can do basically whatever you want as far as designing is concerned. And so over here we have another one. I changed the background because there was some wording and stuff here. So I changed the background a little bit. And this is the back of the notebook. And as you can see, I have my scan me. It points to the QR code, and the QR code, you can definitely just bring that your own QR code over, and then your logo here. I have it as a template. The reason why I'm doing tutorials every day, y'all, is because I'm trying to grow my subscribers. So if you are not yet subscribed, please go on ahead and subscribe. I'm going to be doing tutorials every day for 30 days, every day for 30 days. And if you have any suggestions, please put them in the chat and let me see so I can write them down. So this one is inspired by, because I am a New York girl, and I am also I am a hip hop from the start girl, okay? And so I have caramel sundae, French vanilla chocolate deluxe, butter pecan is getting touched, scooped in my ice cream truck, right? So this was inspired by the song Ice Cream. And so I have the girl here, and like I said, I'm a New York girl, so you see her with her Tims, and then you also see her with the Wu-Tang shirt. And let me bring that all the way closer so you can see what I mean. Do you see the Wu-Tang logo on there? Again, y'all, be careful, licensing and all of that. Let me come back a little bit. And I wanted her to have hips because I have hips. And also, y'all have the Mr. Softy truck. If you a New Yorker, I don't know if Mr. Softy was in New Jersey. Was Mr. Softy in New Jersey? But they were for sure in New York. And that's the truck playing the ice cream song down the street, right? Everybody running outside to get the ice cream. So I wanted to have that. I still didn't do the back one for this. And this is another one that I came up with because y'all, before I was, no, I'm just joking. I used to take the train before I moved. I used to take the train everywhere. So this is my train inspired, hip hop inspired, old school inspired notebook. I'm thinking if I'm going to add a character on here, but as of right now, I like it just the way it is. And then I also created the back to match. Again, on the templates, you'll be able to add your own images, your own logo, your own QR code, and you can change this font into your own font, and you can change this color arrow to your own arrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Yazzie Faye. Yazzie Faye said, yet they had them in Jersey too. Hey, let's get it, let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gold Millionaire, for the gifts. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so this is another one inspired by, you know, LL Cool J's Around the Way Girl. I was inspired by that. And I'm, like I said, I will show you how I created these backgrounds, and I wanted them to be unique to myself. You see everybody out here that's creating these. I don't know if y'all seen this viral notebook, but everybody is creating them right now, and they're kind of looking the same. You know what I'm saying? Some look different, but I wanted to definitely go to my roots. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to my roots. Thank you so much for the follow, Gold Millionaire. I wanted to go to my roots, and this is who I am, right? So we got the Around the Way girl, and then we have her here, and I thought she was super cute, right? But guess what? Her sneakers was a little wrong because the Nike check wasn't exactly checking. But I was like, that's not really a big issue. But I wanted her to have on. Wait a minute. This is the back of the notebook. This is the back of the notebook, but I wanted her to have on 5411 size 7 and girls or whatever. This is what I wanted her to have on. So I switched up her sneakers, and I'm going to change her around a little bit because she's still not like, okay, so let me show y'all. I love, 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 love the way she looks, right? She's cute, but she looks she has that youngy kind of feeling. But this was the one that I really, really wanted, but it changed my image a little when I changed to sneakers. So I said, okay, whatever. I'm going to have both. So these are the sneakers, and I wanted her to have the bubblegum pinks because that's what I had. Anybody had the bubblegum pink Reeboks? Let me know if that was you. If you had the bubblegum Reeboks, let me know. The 5411s. That's what they cost because that's how much they cost after tax when you get your sneakers, right? So that's what I wanted her to have on. So we got that one, and that's the back for that. And I really didn't have to do the back for that because I had one already. And so this is my template. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is my template. And it makes it easy for you to go on ahead and just grab your design and bring it on over. Y'all saw this one. This one is Jules' notebook. This one is Miss Kim's notebook. I think that's it. Yeah. So those are all the ones that I designed. So if you are ready to design a notebook with me, put ready in the chat and let me just check real fast and see what the people are saying over here in YouTube. Where do you sell your creation? So Diana, right now I am not selling any. Do you want the templates? Hey, Basie. I'm not selling them currently, but I'm about to load up my Etsy shop with these custom notebooks. I'm about to load it up because I got a lot to share. I got a lot to share. I want the template. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all join in with me tomorrow. So I'm gonna add the template to my link tree so that you all can grab it. So tomorrow, definitely. Diana, if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe so that you can be notified. Tomorrow, I'm going to go live again. I'm going live. Well, I don't know if I'm going live every day, but every day I'm going to be doing a tutorial. And since the composition notebooks are going crazy, we're going to do composition notebooks. Okay. So let's design one. Hey, Nigeria, what's going on? So we are going to get out of here. And like I said, you can create your own. And I didn't grab this from anywhere. This is not a clip art or a graphic from like Creative Fabrica or something like this. I created this in ideogram. I created it in ideogram. So create your custom backgrounds in ideogram so that you can have your own unique backgrounds. Again, I saw the composition notebooks, I seen sneakers, I saw all kinds of things, and I was like, I didn't see anything like this. So therefore, I had to fill a need. Hey, Betty Rose, I had to fill a need. So, okay. Sun is about to happen. I hope my battery's not about to die because I got it plugged in. One sec, y'all. Oh, y'all know. Y'all already know. Okay, so here goes stream. Y'all cutting me off again. I will be right back, y'all. If you are on my Instagram, meet me on YouTube. I have to come back on. I have to come back on because it's cutting me off because I didn't restart. All right, y'all. See y'all in a second. Join me on YouTube. All right. I have to restart y'all over here. So y'all give me 1 second. Let's put that right there. I'm not going to be able to go live on what you call it. Usually this happens when I don't restart my computer. And so I don't know why, but it does it. Do you have any questions so far about custom templates? Do you want to make your own or that. My apologies, everyone. My apologies. I got kicked off because y'all already know how I work on StreamYard, but I got kicked off. We're not going to be on Instagram, but we'll definitely be here. So let me bring you all back to, I got to open up my tabs again. Can you review what you went over about templates? I missed the notification. Yes, I'm going to go right back over it. 1 second. Let me just open up all the things I need. I need to open up Canva. I need to open up ideogram. I designed my background in ideogram because I wanted to make sure that I had a unique background. So, and then I also use ChatGPT to give me my prompts, and I would share my prompts with you. And everybody was going crazy over those Labubus. And so I created a Labubu kind of bag because this is my inspiration, the bag with the Labubu and the charms and the scarves. And so this is where I wanted to go with my notebooks. And again, it was something that I didn't see. I see a bunch of custom notebooks and people are using, I see sneakers, I see characters, I see animal patterns, I see animals, but I wanted something different. So that's what I have. Canva, ideogram, and I think I opened up everything. All right. So here y'all go. Y'all back. Y'all back. I'm going to share my screen. My window. Okay, the only thing is when I share my window, when I go in, y'all go in with me. Whatever. We're gonna go window. All right. One's in the chat if y'all could still hear me. I'm gonna change the orientation. One's in the chat if y'all could still hear me. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. One's in the chat. All right, everyone. Sorry for that, and I am back. Okay. So first things first, I went into ChatGPT to get the description of the bag. My idea was to make it look like a bag, but I needed the pattern to be flat, like the bag is, like it was the bag inspired by the background kind of thing. So I wanted the fabric of the designer, plus I wanted all of the embellishments. So the stitching, I wanted the tan trim, I wanted the hardware, I wanted all of those things that you would get on a designer bag, and I wanted to put those on my notebook. And I was also inspired by those bags. And let me share what I was inspired by. It was the bags that have the scarves and the charms. So this is me trying to figure out how to create a Labubu. Okay, where's my bag? These are my notebooks. Okay, so I was inspired. This was the bag that I used for inspiration. And let me zoom in a little bit. This is the bag that I use for inspiration. And as you can see, I see a lot of people putting this Labubu on it, and then they have all these charms. And I was like, oh, okay, this is super cute. That would be cute as a notebook cover. So that's what I did. Let me just check and see. Okay. So the templates are templates that I created. So after you see, this is the inspiration, and I went over to ChatGPT to see how I could explain it, because I really didn't know exactly how to explain it. I knew I wanted the designer background. I told y'all with the stitching and the tan. I knew I wanted that. I didn't know how it was going to translate into a composition notebook cover, right? And this is me researching if Labubus are demonic, because I was not going to put it on my notebook if I found out that they were demonic. But let me just make sure. Okay, so the idea that I had, sorry y'all for the scrolling really fast. Okay, so this is me trying to create the prompt so I could get the Labubu prompt. Now, this is where the action happened. This is where I created the design for the notebook. And listen, it was quick. It was easy. I didn't spend time. At first I thought I was just going to get the designer fabric, bring it over, and then start adding all the elements in Canva. And I decided, you know what? I could just go right here in ideogram and I can design it. And that's what I did. So this is the prompt that I use. My apologies for not showing you. The prompt that I use, it said, can you write a prompt for a composition notebook cover inspired by cute gold charms like diamond encrusted cherries and designer diamond pins, and I want the cover to be Louis Vuitton fabric, signature fabric, and I wanted to have tan elements like the bag with a tan leather stitch tag, maybe, because I really wasn't sure where it was going, right? A tan leather stitch tag that can be the part where the composition notebook label is. Do you have any ideas? Now, when you use Chat GPT, always ask if it has any ideas for you, if it thinks of any other creative direction that you can go in, because if it has other creative directions that you weren't even thinking about, that may help you to make a decision, or it may expand where you want to go, right? And this has actually done that for me, right? So it says, yes, I can give you a full prompt that paints the exact picture you're describing while keeping it IP safe. Because remember, you can't just use the designer name and think that you're going to trigger something. So it my chat kind of knows me. So it says you'll get the vibe of LV. And I'm just going to say it like that because I don't know if I can say it on TT. So you'll get the vibe of LV without directly using the protected monogram name in a way that could trigger restrictions. And so it gave me a prompt. And what I love about this is it also gives ideas to elevate the prompt. So you have options, right? So does anybody have any questions so far? And let me move out a little bit so you all can read. Are we good over here in TT? I know I had y'all zoomed all the way into the screen and y'all couldn't see, but I'm back. All right, this is the behind the scenes of YT. Hey, Lakeisha Keisha. All right, so let's go down to where I got it, where I started. Okay, so this is the bag that I was inspired by, and I put the bag in here just so I could see if it gave me something cute, and so I put the prompt in here, and this is what it was giving me, right? And I was like, oh, this is cute, but this is not what I want for the cover, especially because it says luxury notebook, and I wanted it to give the composition notebook feel. So I wanted something more like this. And I was like, oh, this is cute. I could still use this, but remember, this trim right here may get cut off when you are putting it into the design. So I said, I'll come back to this one. I'll see what else it gives me. So it gave me this, and this is where y'all can see some of it is a little off, right? But you could cover this with something, right? You could put a little lovable over here. And it's not exactly the thing, but you don't want it to be too exact because, again, licensing and everything. So this is one that I was using, and I said, oh, this is cute, but now that you like, okay, so if I designed this and I put my prompt in ideogram, what if I don't want it to say Amore? What if I wanted to add different elements to it? What if I wanted to take some of these elements off? Now you can go into Canva and you can take all of these elements off. If you wanted this to say something else, you can go into Canva, edit this, magic grab it, or grab the text, and you can change the text to something different, right? So we kept on going, and I think I settled on this one. Let me see if I have that one in front of me so I could show you all. No, I don't have that one in front of me. So I settled on this. I thought this was pretty cool. I wanted to take this name part off because it didn't have enough space. So I wanted to take that off. And again, no matter what ideogram gives you, you'll be able to edit it down. And you all can tell me which one you want, and then we can design off the one that you want. And I'll show you some things. So I took this one, definitely took this one. And that's the one that I'm going to share with you right now. If you on TikTok, you see it. This is the notebook, and this is me doing it on regular paper so that you get the, so I can see if it's in the right place. So this is what it looks like. I did it on vinyl glossy paste sticker paper, and this is what it's going to look like. Vinyl glossy sticky paper. Sticker paper is like my favorite. Okay, so that's going to look amazing on a notebook. So let me zoom back in. So this is the one I created, and I took this bunny out. As you can see, that's not on my design. I put a labubu there, right? I also like the hook, and I wanted to change the hook to make it higher, because once I put the labubu here, I didn't put it sideways like this. I put it more diagonal, and so I had to move the hook around because you couldn't see the hook. Let me just check real fast to see if I'm missing any comments. No questions, good direction. Hey, Coffee Crowns and CEO, please make sure you subscribe, y'all. Make sure good direction, following, no questions. Good. Okay, that is so cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's get back into ideogram. All right, and I thought this was cute too. I was like, yeah, these are cute, right? Because again, you can edit anything. So if I don't want these pieces, if I want these here, they could stay here. If I wanted to add something extra here, I can. So that's what I did. That's how I got the design for the notebook itself, right? The design itself. I went into Chat GPT, and let me share my prompt real fast with you again. I would copy and paste it and put it into the chat, but it's not going to put all of it into the chat. So I'm just going to share that with y'all real fast. I said, hey, Christina. Hey, Quiana. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Kiana. I wrote, can you write me a prompt for a composition notebook cover inspired by gold charms like diamond encrusted cherries and designer diamond pins. I want the cover to be LV signature fabric, and I want it to have tan elements like the bag with tan designer stitching, tan leather stitch tag. Maybe that can be part of the composition notebook label, where the composition label is. Do you have any ideas? And so this is the prompt that it gave me. Now I did some tweaking, because remember the name part, I didn't want the name part there. I just wanted the line so that they could put whatever. If they wanted to put a name, a subject, or whatever, they were able to do that. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so it says luxurious designer inspired composition notebook cover, background pattern with iconic brown and gold monogram style fabric inspired by classic high-end bags, elegant tan leather trim and stitching along the edge, a tan leather stitch tag in the center for the notebook's label area, richly textured surface with realistic grain. Scattered across the cover are adorable gold charms, diamond encrusted cherries, sparkling jeweled bowls, tiny gemstones, studded perfume bottles. I didn't get any of those. And glittering designer style pins arranged playfully like a charm bracelet, studio lighting, ultra high resolution, flat lay product mock-up style. And so I got the sticky paper from Amazon. So these are, again, these are the ideas that it gave me. And remember, we can design and change anything out that we want. So which one do you all like? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Which one do you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Let me start from the beginning. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one do you like the best? Now remember, you can take this luxury notebook off of here. Which one do you like the best? You got 1 through 8. Let me see what we are saying in YouTube. So I have 3 or 4, 5. 5 and 8. Okay, so we got 2 for 5. 2 for 5. Come on. Let me see what you got. 2 for 5. I'm going to go with 5. I'm going to go with 5. All right, so I have my templates already. I will definitely be sharing my templates tomorrow. I will have it on my link tree so that you can grab it. If you are on my YT page, I will add the prompt into the regular chat. So I will make a post doing the prompt, the regular chat doing the prompt. Okay. So again, this is what I created, and I have my template where I need it to be, because when I print my paper, it's going to print just the way I need it to print, and I'm going to trim off a little bit. So I'm going to leave probably like a half an inch over here and cut this straight down. So I'm wrapping it under my notebook. I'm wrapping it under my notebook. So we're going to go into ideogram. Does anybody need help? Oh, let me share something too. Okay, so in ideogram, when I put the prompt in here, I went to 10:16. I went to the aspect ratio of 10:16 because I needed it to be big enough so that I don't lose any of the detail in my design. So I didn't want to do 9:16 because, as you know, that is like a TikTok video. That is the a reel. You don't want it to be that small. You wanted it to be bigger. So I went with the size 10:16 for the size of my graphic, again, to keep the detail. Okay, so remember, when you get in here, don't make it a square because the notebook is a rectangle size. You're going to make it into a rectangle. So the biggest one that was here was the 10:16, and that's the one I went with. Okay, any questions so far? Now, also, when you're creating your prompt in Chat GPT, you may not want to use like I did. I use LV, but you may want to use something different. You may want to use Gucci. You may want to do MCM. You may want to do any other designer bag, or Chanel or Coach or whatever. You may want to do something different. You don't necessarily have to do what I did, but I'm just showing you that it is possible to create that designer background, something that would be unique to you that everybody else is not doing. And you can get that by using the prompt from Chat GPT and grabbing it and taking it over to Ideogram. Right. So then it asked me, there's some extras here to elevate. So do I want to add pearlescent beads and tiny enamel hearts? And I can mix that in with the charms for even more cute detail. I told you already, Amazon. Girl, you ain't listening to me. You must be walking away. Amazon. Okay, so you could say it says make tan stitch tag look like it's slightly embossed, excuse me, with composition notebook and chic serif font. Give charms a slight shadow and shine. Like, all of these things are things that it gave me to elevate the design. And it also gave me, this is the bag, and so I put this in here so it had some idea of where I was going with it. I know you was. I was like, you must have walked away. So now it designs it, and then it gave me the design of the bag and the cover. And so I can make it look super realistic, or I can make it illustrated. I wanted it to be more realistic than illustrated, but we can do whatever, right? And again, you can choose whatever designer you want to use. And I kept on changing some things around, especially when I started getting I wasn't getting the monogram the way it was supposed to be. And so I tweaked it. I just went into Chat GPT and tweaked it. All right. So ideogram, we chose 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 I already have, but I'll just go into 5 and I'll share this one with you. You can just, sorry, I'm trying to get my mouse together. All right, we're going to just copy this image, and then we're going to go into Canva. And I already have this space, so it can always be perfectly centered and on your template. But since this one is not going to use it, I'm just going to duplicate this, and I'm going to take it off. Okay. I'm going to take this off because I don't need it. And now I'm going to add the picture that we had. And I am going to, I just copied and pasted. I didn't download. I just copied and paste. And then I'm going to click it in so that it fits. Okay. And if you have any suggestions or anything, let me know if you want to see certain looks and things like that. So, oh, it came back. My live came back on Instagram. All right. So, if you want, let's start. First things first, let's start where the name is because I didn't want to keep the name. So, I'm going to, let me just make sure y'all can still see. Yeah, y'all can. Okay. So, I'm going to go to click the image and we're going to edit. And in edit, you can change a lot of things. But being that this is a patterned background, you may lose something. So you may have to put something in the background because just because you see the pattern this way without anything on it, sometimes when you move an element, it might be blurred or something might, it might not look as crispy. So you may have to put something in its place or make something a little larger. So for here, we're going to take off the name part. So we're going to go into, I'm going to erase it because I don't want to make the text any, I don't want to use the text. I'm not going to change the font. I'm just going to take it, the whole thing off. Now, if you wanted to change the font, like if you wanted to change composition notebook or you wanted to make it smaller because it's too big, you can go right here into grab text over here in the Canva edit and you're going to highlight the composition notebook. Hey, manager. Okay, I don't want to take this. We're going to highlight this. This is what it does is it's going to highlight all the text that it can read. And we just needed to take what we want. So that name could stay there. Again, I'm going to take it off. We could delete this if we want, but let's just go here so I can show you. So now we're going to grab it. Will this live be saved? I think I'm gonna save it, but this one I had went dark for a few because I was trying to get my StreamYard done shut me out. All right, so as you can see, the font changes a little bit, but I want it to be a little smaller. So as you can see, you can take this and move this thing around. Isn't that cool? On edit. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that you could do this in Canva? I know some of y'all did because I went on live and shared how you can do this with your custom labels, but you can definitely move the font around. Okay, we could put your charms in here on a notebook, on a Pink Push Classics notebook. All right, so let's say this is our font, right? We'll keep it at this. So now you know that you can move this thing around. So we're going to leave that there. But remember I said I want to erase the name because I just want it to be 2 lines. I don't want that name part to be there. I'm going to go click this again and go back into edit. And this time we're going to go into the eraser. So we're going to the magic eraser. And I am going to brush it. I'm going to use the brush. I'm going to take it small. And if y'all know me, y'all know what every time I say I use the brush, I don't know how to I don't know how to do straight lines anyway, but I always start jumbling up my line. But we're going to highlight where we're taking this off. We're erasing this right here. And be careful not to get the line. Just get the dots, not the line. I'm trying. You see how my hand just be moving? I'll be trying to concentrate too hard. I might have some of the line, but we're going to erase that. You are the go. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. All right. And if you have to go over it one more time, we still got the line, so we golden, right? But if you want to, if you have to come back and take something off, that's all right. Just go back in and do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you may say, oh, well, I erased it and I still got some residue. Just go back in and erase it so you can take it off. Right? And we have a little bit here. We're going to take that off. Let me get zoomed in. All right. Okay. So now we clear. Close that out, and we back at our notebook. Any questions? Any questions? As you can see, there's no lines there, none at all. Do we have any questions? Let me go into. I'm sorry, y'all, over here, but I have to go in and check if there's any comments on YouTube. That's how I was last night when I had to edit the remix. Oh, I know. Hands shaking. You trying to just make sure you get into that little piece and you just be all over the place. Would this be good for journal covers? Yes. Please save it so I can watch it on something bigger than my phone. Got you. Okay, so back into the design. All right, so as you can see, you can design something in another AI and you can bring it on into Canva and you will be able to edit. So if something doesn't look 100% like you like it, you can always edit it down. Okay, so we edited the composition notebook. We made that smaller. I think I actually, no, I didn't change the font. We made it smaller and then we took name. It was over here. We took that off and we took the dots off, right? So now we have two lines. And this is our notebook so far. So is there anything that you would like to change or add or whatever? So let me share with y'all really fast too that you'll be able to grab. If you want to grab these things, you want to make these closer, then you can do that. Now, the one thing I want to say is that it gave a shadow. And remember, sometimes because it looks like this on the under part, the pattern looks like it is continuous all the way through. It might not be when you remove an item. So you may have to just make it bigger or you have to work around it and it's okay. I was trying to remove the shadows, but removing the shadows just made it a brown spot. Okay, so we can go into the edit and we can magic grab because that's what we want to do with the elements, the little charms. I'm gonna magic grab. And sometimes you can just click it. Sometimes you have to use the brush. But just click what you want. Make sure whatever it is that you're moving is highlighted. So if you wanted to keep the ring the way it is and you just wanted to make the bear bigger, you can do that. Or if you wanted the whole thing, you have to make sure that you highlight the whole thing so that when it grabs the entire piece all together. Right? So let me show what that would look like. I'm going to show both parts. So this is what it would look like if you grab the whole entire thing and you do have to wait for it to, do what it do. And we can take this bear and now, wait a minute. Let me lock this background. All right. So now we can move the bear wherever you want. At first, I thought you were only able to do this with Canva AI because I thought it reads its own program. But I tested it with all of the other AI platforms, and you're able to do the same thing. So you're able to grab any elements. Like I said, don't worry about it being perfect because you'll be able to change it up if necessary. So as you can see, you see that like trying to move this shadow. I gotta unlock so I can edit. Trying to remove this shadow is, let's see if we can do it. Oh, magic grab, yeah. I like that one. Nikki, please save it. I will. I like that one. Thank you. Let me see if I click this, if it'll catch the shadow. No, it's not catching it. Let me try the brush because it just may not be reading the shadow. Let me see. Auto detect. Okay. As y'all see it, right? It's not grabbing this part. It's not reading that part. But let me just share what it does and see what it'll look like behind it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the pattern is going to stay there or if it's going to look like, no, it didn't. It just made it dark brown. And this is what it looks like. That's what it grabbed. And so you don't see the pattern because some of the pattern is here. So we just gonna go back. All right. And so like I said, you can grab this. And since you have that shadow here, when you make your design, it will be back in its place. My chair is just moving down and down and down and down. Let me lock this first. And once you do it, it's going to be super easy for you. So this was somewhere over here, and you can make it bigger if you want it to be bigger. You want to put your little logo in here, you can put your little logo in there. So if that's what you want to do, you're able to move this thing around. Any questions about the icons? Any question about the charms? Excuse me. So if I wanted to do the same thing with the other one, since I locked the screen, it doesn't give me the option to edit here. So I'm going to unlock it. So I'll have the option to edit. I'm going to highlight this whole entire thing. I'm going to go into edit. And if I want to grab another one, all I have to do is go into Magic Grab again. And then highlight the one that I want to grab. And we are going to grab, let's grab these over here. So as you can see, this whole one lit up. And since it all lit up, we know that this whole piece is going to move. We just going to grab it. Hey, Monique, welcome in, welcome in. And if you want to resize it, you have that option. You have the option to resize. This one, you don't have to worry so much about the shadow. What? You see the shadow right here? Usually if I leave it to, if I leave it with the background unlocked, I just use my arrow key and move it to where I want it to be. So you can make this smaller if you wanted it to make it smaller. Just remember that you have that shadow there. So if you want this design without the charms, you can go into ideogram and say you want the design without the charms. Especially that would be great for the back. So this is how you resize. Any questions? You want to move it over here because you don't like it over there? Let's move it over. If this is where you want it to be, then go on ahead and put it there. And then you could put something else here because, again, you still got that. You still got this piece right here. And you probably can double the screen. And no, you can't. You can't. Because I'm thinking about it being without the background, but you can't. Any questions? You're able to move this anywhere you want. So let's move this over here. Make it bigger and bring it back in. Okay. So that's how you do that. And so what I did to create the Labubu, I went in and I asked it to give me a prompt in ChatGPT. And this is me playing around with the prompt so I could get different designs. And again, it gives you ideas. So if I wanted it to be a kawaii illustrated one, then it can give the kawaii illustrated one, right? So let's see this prompt right here. Let's see what it would look like. I'm going to copy and paste this one into ideogram. I'm going to aspect ratio 10:16. Remember, because we don't want to lose any of the design. Read your prompt before you going ahead and generate. Depending on what plan you have, you're able to generate as much as you want. It just you'll just lose out on some fast hours. But if you have the free version, you do not want to play around with your credits. So make sure you read your prompt first to see if everything sounds legit. Cute illustrated, luxury inspired, flat cover design, warm brown background with repeating gold monogram style icons and a playful hand drawn look, outlined with a soft tan faux leather trim and stitch edges. The upper center is a light tan illustrated leather tag with stitch border. Text on the tag reads Composition Notebook in a whimsical yet elegant font with a pastel line underneath for, and that's where we're going to put the name or subject. Around the tag are adorable kawaii charms, sparkly diamond encrusted cherries, tiny gemstone bows, plush bear and bunny keychains with big eyes and blushing cheeks, pink enamel flowers, and cute mini designer style trinkets, all drawn in pastel color palette with with glossy highlights and soft shading, seamless pattern, high resolutions, no shadows, flat background. I'm just gonna say not cover design. I'm just gonna say design because when I was letting it put notebook design, it was creating notebooks, and that's not what I wanted it to create. So let's generate this and see what we get. Hey, Big Meech. And if anyone has any questions before we get to the next part, feel free to post in the chat. Okay, so these are the designs that we're getting. I think this is super cute, but again, it's not giving me the pattern that I want. This one has the pattern more so, right? Now remember, things can be taken out. So if there was something that you liked in here, but you wanted it to be edited, you can take these things out in Canva. All of the things that you don't want, but you like the design, you can take out and replace it with something else if that's what you want to do. So these are the options that it gave. I'm not a fan. Sorry, got to do this. Okay. Not a fan. So let's redo it. And if you don't like the way it's coming out or you want a better prompt, you can always go into magic prompt on ideogram and it'll put the magic prompt, which is going to give you a little bit more definition in the prompt, and you can use that. It gives you a little bit more oomph. Any questions? Any questions? I got to pick the chair up because I done fell. Not fell, but the chair done started going lower and lower and lower. Let me check and see if there's any questions here. Those are cute charms. Thank you. Now, how do you come up with the prompts? Chat GPT. I went right into Chat GPT and came up with the prompts. Funny you doing this. I'm working on transfers for notebooks and custom notebooks. All right. All right. So wait, we're in ideogram. We want to see what it comes up with. So these are cute, right? These are cute. Let me zoom out a little bit here. These are super cute. And remember, charms can come out, right? We can design other charms. We want some other charms. We can come right in here and say, create cute digital illustration charms of, and you could put whatever you want in here, right? So I think this is super cute. And then you could put a cartoon Labubu thing on there. I think that is cute. Oh, this is super cute. What y'all think about this one? This is cute. This is cute. And so, like, let's say if we like this one, right? We can grab this one and bring it on into Canva. So in the Chat GPT, I asked for the prompt to give me the designer. I said I would put it in YouTube, so don't worry about it. I put the prompt in YouTube. You'll get it. So this is the kawaii style background. And it says, if you want, I can also stack the realistic and kawaii prompts into a side-by-side test so you can generate both versions in one and pick your favorite. Isn't that nice? So I didn't do that. I just kept on going. I said, I'm trying to get a cartoon image of a Labubu, but it keeps giving me realistic ones. And let me show y'all what it was giving me as far as these Labubus are concerned. Not this. Okay. Go away. How do I get, okay, there you go. I'm like, how do I get that thing off? All right, so these are the charms that they have, right? On, I'll come back to this because that's not where we are. We on Labubus. Now I did a bunch of these because I don't even know what these things are, and I didn't know if I was creating them correctly. So y'all see how many I done created? This is the one that's the actual one. This is the actual Labubu. And so these are what it generated. So I was like, okay, this looks similar, but not exactly. But it don't have to look exact. It just need to be close enough, right? It just needs to be close enough. It is not supposed to be the exact thing. It's just supposed to give you the idea of what it is. So I seen these and I wasn't too cool on these. And this one looked okay, but then the teeth is rounded, and I think the teeth of those are sharp. So me being too picky, I kept going. And so this is more similar to the actual thing. And I didn't use this one. I used another one. But these are the cartoon illustration ones when I said I wanted it to look like a cartoon illustration. And if I'm doing it on the kawaii one, I can. And I was like, I don't know if they have this rainbow jacket on there. So I was like, I didn't go with any of these. And this one just went crazy because I was like, what are we doing with that one? I wanted it to have, okay, so this is where you can see that it's changing. So this is just the idea of me creating the Labubu. This is the idea of me adding a charm because I wanted it to look like it had a charm. Remember, I was inspired by the charm bags, the junk bags, or whatever they call them, with the scarf and the Labubu and the charms. And that's what I was in my mind. That's what I wanted to design. So I wanted charms. And so it was giving me charms at the top, charms and chains. And so I kept going. But like I said, any of these can work for that new design that we just created. I think probably more so like this one, right? Y'all let me know. I think this one more so fits the thing. I would take this off with magic grab. I would take that off, a magic erase. I wouldn't keep that there. And maybe I would keep the chain and have it like at the top of the notebook so it looks like it's coming out of the notebook. And then I would take this part off. I would take that off. But these are the ideas. Even this one is cuter. Like this looks like a cute thing. It don't look like, evil. And then these, let's delete these because I was trying to get this one. And I didn't give it a good description. So now let me tell you how I got the images to look closer to the Labubu itself. So I brought the image over, but I also went here into character and I put it into the character. So I put the picture of that there, and then it asked you if you wanted to. Let me show you. It asks you these things on the side. Do you want to make it the character? And as a character, I assumed it's going to give it, it's going to keep it more true to the look. So this is the character. The style, when I was doing the style, it wasn't giving me as much as I wanted. Now you can describe it as well, but when you describe it, it doesn't really give you exactly what you want. So I went into, I put it into character so that it can create the design that I want closest to what I picked. This ain't the prompt. This is the prompt over here. And I don't want y'all to get confused. Like just because you put the image up here, your prompt is going to be the last prompt that you put in there. Keep that in mind. So here, that we don't want to copy it. It put it in here. All right. So as you can see, this is the description of the 3 pendants. And as for the character, I put in this. so that it can give me something closest to it. Hey Larry from Mandu Candles, how you doing? We are designing custom notebooks. All right. So that is how I arrived at the clasp that I have. Any questions? All right. So, okay, let's go to the cream one. All right. So we started out with this, and then we went through a few of them. And clearly there's rainbow jackets on some of these things. Some people are using the cartoons, some people are using the realistic ones. I wanted to use the realistic one because I was using more so of the bag looking like the fabric itself. But for the kawaii ones, we can go with one of these cartoon ones. So these are the creations that we got from the Labobo. All right. So let me just check and see if we're good over here. Cute. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we got that. And if you want to bring, let's bring one of these over. Do we want to bring this one over? I think this is the one that I actually used. I like this too because it has that little metal trim on it. Let's carry this one over. And as you can see, all you needed to do was copy and paste. We're going to take the background off of this. And then we could just place it. I'm going to lock the background just because it's one of those frames. And the frame is going to take the, the picture and put it there. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it smaller and put it here. Or I can move this in the middle and put this here so I can make this bigger. So let's do that. Let's unlock it. And then I'm going to move this charm right here because we can do that in edit. We're going to grab the charm and magic grab. Thank you, Katie, Man, and John. This is the one we're going to grab. It highlighted the whole thing. Y'all can't see. It highlighted the whole thing. Click grab and then grab and go. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put this in the middle. Remember about the shadows when you move things from a patterned background because it may not have the pattern in the back. So just make sure you put something in this place. Let's lock this background again, only because it's going to take, while we moving images around, it's going to take the picture and we don't want it to. So we're going to take this, I'll turn it sideways and then we can make it bigger. Now, if you want some of this to be off the page, remember we saw the rabbit on the other one and it was kind of like this. If you want it to be like that, you can. Just keep in mind that where the white part is, that's not going to show on your notebook. Okay? So it will only be the head. So if you want this to be bigger and you just want it to be this Labubu head, you could do this. Right? And make sure you clear it right here because this is going to be the edge where it folds. And sometimes the edge may be folding in a little bit. So you want to give it a little space so you have a little allowance for when you fold the actual notebook cover under. So as you can see, if you want it to be like this, it's fine. And then you can take this and remember we're covering the shadow. You take this and you want this wherever you want it to be. Whatever you want this thing to be, you want this to be smaller, you can make it smaller. You can make this smaller. If you want to put this up here on top of this right here, you can. Now I want to test something. Well, it's covering the composition over. So no, I'm not going to test the thing because that's going to be in my way. Y'all can see fine. Can y'all see over here in TT land? So like over here somewhere. And I think we did resize the cherry. So we can make the cherry a little smaller. But remember that shadow is in there. So be careful with that. Let's pick that back up and move it back over. Okay, so I'm thinking, let me see if it'll work. I'm thinking if I let me see. I'm gonna try it out. We'll see if it works together. I'm gonna magic grab this. I don't need the whole thing. I just need all of this. Okay. Is that the piece I need? Let me see. I think this may be the piece I need. Let me grab it. Hey, Shopping DC, welcome in, welcome in. We are designing a custom designer notebook. So I grabbed it and I'm going to duplicate it. Because I want the chain to look like it is. Oh, it worked. Because I want the loop to look like it's in the chain. I mean in the ring. So y'all see what I just did? I just went to Magic Grab. I grabbed the piece that I wanted. I duplicated it. I put it on top of the ring so it looks like the ring is actually in it. So we gotta lock this background so I can make moves. So I duplicate this piece right here. I magic grab this piece, duplicate it, and it put this under the ring. Actually, I didn't need the extra piece because it automatically did it for me. We don't need that piece. But y'all see how to make the ring look like it's a part of the strap itself? Let me check and make sure we don't have any questions. Q, any questions? Make sure y'all ask. All right, so we got that. If you wanted to add another little charm over here, feel free to do that too. So this is here, but also this can be anywhere you want it to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be here. We put it here because there's a shadow because we moved the what charm did we move from here? Was it this flower? We moved something from here. And so we wanted to make sure that we fill this space up with something because it that we couldn't take the shadow out. So if you want it to be the full length, remember anything in the white is not going to be on the notebook. So if you want it to be the full length of the Labubu and you want that charm piece to automatically be in there, just drag it on over. If not, you just make it smaller. And like I had the other charms, so I asked it to, I put this picture in. I asked ChatGPT. I went into ChatGPT. Okay, so this is where it gave me the prompt. See, I put the image in. You could put the image right here in the plus. Put the image in and ask it to give you a prompt. Okay, so if you want to know how to use, how to create a prompt for something that you want to use, go into ChatGPT and ask it to describe it. You could also go into Ideogram, it will describe it, and also Midjourney. Midjourney will also describe it. But we're going to use ChatGPT because ChatGPT is the one that's giving us the prompt that we're putting into Ideogram. Okay, so click plus, add your image, or if you copied it and you could just copy and then paste it here. It'll do it. Right, so now it described what the Labubu is, and it gave me a chibi style so that I could have the cartoon image, because remember it was giving me the realistic one, so it was giving me those real fuzzy ones, and that's not what I wanted. So those are that, and then this is what I put in. I went in, got this from the website, brought it over, and I asked, can you give me a prompt for these? And it says, here's an AI safe prompt to recreate the vibe of those charms without directly copying brand and IP details. Okay, so now it gave me the prompt. I took this prompt and I put it in here. I also put as a character reference, I use the picture so that it can give me something as close to it as possible. So these are the designs that it came up with. Now remember, you can take these and you can magic grab these and put them in wherever you want them to be. So if you want to use, 111, you can. If you grab them all three, they're going to move all three as a group. So these are super cute. Now you see there's some things that's a little different, but it's okay because we're not trying to imitate the whole entire thing. And so you just pick whichever one you want. This one has all the elements separately, so you could use this if you like. And all you have to do from here is just copy and paste. So this is another one that it came up with. I have so many in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab one. Let's grab. Mm, which one y'all like? This is all separate. That'll be easy, but we don't want easy. No, I'm just joking. Mm, I think I like this one. This is like together with this one. I think I like the one with the rhinestone in the middle of the 4 or 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 or 5. Let's go with 4. Let's make sure we lock. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Because I don't want to bring the image over and then the image gets stuck in there. Let's crop this a little bit so it don't take up all of the notebook when we trying to add stuff. Okay. All right. So this is it. I am going to use the the adjust and see what it does to the images. Okay. Do we like the yellow gold or do we like it better the other way? Yellow gold or the way it was? All right, Larry from Manzel Candles, loving the live, by the way, learning a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Which way do we like better? Do we like it like this or like this? More yellow. Let me know in the chat. Thank you for the gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Original. Okay, so let's go with the original. Here we go. And so now what we're going to do is we can either magic grab from here or take the background off. Either way, you're still going to have to take some of the background out, and I'll show you what I mean. So let's take the background off. Thank you so much, Jay Harper. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So here we have the design, right? And if you wanted to, you could just use this whole thing just the way it is. Just, you know, if you want to use it like this, you definitely can, right? And let me zoom in a little more so you can see. This is your option. You could do whatever you want. And if you want to add a shadow to this thing, add a shadow to it. But we just going to keep it very simple. Okay. So this is our element. Let's go into edit. And we're going to magic grab. If you wanted to take this apart. I'm going to highlight the parts that I want to grab. So these are together. So I think, let me see if I'll be able to take this separate in 3 different parts or 4 different parts. No, this is all together. Yeah, it's highlighting these all together. So we're just going to leave it as one. And you probably could do it with the brush, but we're going to do it like this. I don't like make Kelly books. I don't know what that means. What kind of book are you making? I'm making a composition notebook. Well, I'm not making a composition notebook. I'm making a notebook cover. Can you go back to the charms? I was counting from the right to the left. Oh, okay. All right. So you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You went here. 5. And that's 4. Do you know how to make children's coloring books? I don't make them, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. All right. So which one, 4 or 5, my memories? And I'm going to take my Instagram off and keep it on my YouTube. Yes. Yes. Oh, wait. Who's on here? Me. Okay. I'm going to take this one off. 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's this one. Right? 1 if that's a yes. And let me check and see if I'm missing anything in YouTube. 1 if that's a yes. All right. How are y'all feeling over there in YouTube land? Y'all learning something? 1. Okay, we're good with that. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off because this is not the one we're going for, right? We're going to take that out. We don't want that one. And we're going to go into ideogram, grab this one, copy, bring it over, paste, not unlock. Paste. There we go. All right, so now we're going to take this background off. But let's look at let's see what it gives us when we adjust the lighting. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you're going to say the original because that yellow gold is the same effect that it was given on the other one. So we're going to remove the background, and just because you see it separate, it's going to move still as one piece, okay? So what we want to do, and let me zoom out a little bit. What we want to do is we're going to grab the pieces so we can move the pieces to wherever we want to move them. And if you're not yet following, I'm going to need y'all to follow. Follow. Tomorrow we'll be back with, I will print this out and I'll show you what we did. And I want to do custom inserts for the insides as well. So that it's just not, because a lot of people are doing just the covers and they're not doing anything with the covers. We're going to do the covers and the inside. So click edit. We're going to go into magic grab. Remember, anytime you want to edit, just grab what you want. Go into magic grab. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, here we go. Don't get all of them. Just grab one, because if you grab all of them, it's going to move it like a group. And then when you try to ungroup it, it ain't going to ungroup. All right. So let's grab this one first. Like, Nikki, that's a lot. Well, you don't want to grab them all. I mean, you can crop it. You could do that too. But we're going to do what we know. And so you could put this wherever you want this to be. If you want to put this under here, you see that piece right here? We're going to have to delete that, right? We're going to have to take that background off. All of them are going to have that white background in the back. So if you want this to be here, let's say we want it to be over here. Tell me in TT if y'all need me to zoom in. I know YouTube is fine because they get to see my full screen. Always learning something from you. Hey, let's get it. Let's go. That's what it's all about. Y'all make sure y'all subscribing over there. Cause listen, I got a 1,500 subscriber goal in 30 days. All right, so I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. Or I could even take this up a little bit higher. Now, exactly what it's going to give me, we're gonna find out. Okay. We're gonna find out together. Let's make it a little bigger. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to okay. I'm gonna grab this piece, this leather strap piece, because I'm gonna put it on top of this so it can look like this, so it can look like it's behind the leather piece. Okay. So in order to do that, we got to unlock the screen again, and then we're gonna go back into edit. And when you do this for yourself, it's gonna be a whole lot easier. It's just because I was trying to share how to do it, but it's a whole lot easier. Like I said, it was easy for me to create the background, easy for the charms, easy for all of that. But once you know what you're doing, you'll be able to get moving real fast. It ain't gonna take you no time. So we only need this one, right? And I'm gonna duplicate it. And let's see if it put the charm behind it like it did the ring. If it doesn't, we'll just duplicate it and put it on top. Okay, it did. So we're losing some of the charm because, let me see, duplicate this. I think if I zoom, let me see. Let's send it to the back a little bit. Okay, so you see how that's there? But did this duplicate it? No, it actually moved it. Okay. We're going to duplicate it now, though. And then I'm going to That's a little bit closer, but not exactly. But I mean, let's see. Hmm. Let me see. Okay, my stitching is a little off. Let's see. No. What y'all think? My stitching ain't 100%. Just subscribe. Thank you so much, my memories. My stitching is a little off. It's not 100%. But what y'all think? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. What you think? Oh, I caught on an afternoon live. Hey, yes, you did. Yes, you did. I am designing a custom notebook. What y'all think? Yes, no, or maybe so? Oh, you know what, too? I might, let me see. No, I gotta lock it back. Yes, no, maybe so. Can we leave it like this or no? And what I did was I duplicated it and then I cropped some of it so that you still get the elements of the ring. See the ring right there? So this is the copied part of the duplicate. So you just move it over to where you need it to be. I love it. Thank you, Crazy Craft Creations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so we good? We're going to leave it like this. Remember, all of this white part right here don't matter because it's going to be covered. If you want to crop this, you can. Make yourself feel better. Boom, bam, bit up, it's gone. Boom, bam, bit up, it is gone. Okay? So now we added another charm to the notebook. We added this charm in here. We added this charm in here. And then we have these two left. So where should we put these two? And in order to grab these two, all we have to do is go into edit and magic grab it. We created this in ideogram. We used Chat GPT to help us with the prompt. We gave Chat GPT the picture. This is the picture that we gave it, and we asked Chat GPT to give us a prompt, and it did. One that is going to be AI safe and not cause any restrictions or anything. And it gave us that, and we used that plus the picture, and it gave us something closer, true to life. This is what it came up with. This is what we're using currently in Canva, right? So we got to lock the background. Remember, when we got the frame on, we just want to lock the background just so that we can move around on the notebook freely with on the design freely without changing the image, right? Because if we would have dragged this into here, it would have changed this whole image into the charms. So let's grab. We're going to magic grab and grab another one. Now, remember I said I don't grab them all at one time because you're going to have to move them all as a unit. I want to move them separately. So this is how I grab it. And again, you can crop it if you want, but that's not what we're going to do. All right, so we got that highlighted and we're just going to grab it. And where do y'all think we should put the next charm as we wait for it to fix? There's nothing on this side. We could put something here, except the only thing is that this is not going to hook on to anything, but it don't have to because this ring ain't hooking on to anything either. So we can take this and tilt it this way. We can, if we wanted to put this under the cherry, you could, right? The cherry is a static image here. And I think if I put it behind, it's going to put it behind the notebook. If I layer it and put it behind, let's see. Position, layers to backwards. Where is it going to send it? Oh, the notebook is locked. Unlock it first. Now let's see where to go. Yeah, put it all the way behind the notebook. So in order for us to do that, let's bring that back and I'll show you how you can easily fix that. We're going to edit this, grab the cherry. It's not grabbing it. It's moving in slow motion. I wish I could replay this. I'm going to have it on my YT channel. So if you're not following me on YT, the link is in the bio. Click the listen. Everybody do all of these spelling out things. The link is in the bio, and then you'll be able to see it on the YouTube page. I'll keep it on replay. At some point, there is and make sure you subscribe while you're there. I'm gonna highlight this. Anytime I do the brush to highlight, y'all, I'm gonna do the auto detect and see if it'll just pick it up. Yes, it did. Okay, so we're gonna grab it. After we grab it, we're gonna send it to we're gonna put the iconic charm. We're gonna put that behind the cherry so that you don't see you see it is already there. It went behind it already. See the cherries in the front? And now the charm part, this clasp is in behind the cherry. And if we want to make that bigger, we definitely could do that. So that, or move it down, just so that you don't see the charm. Let's make it a little smaller because it's interfering with the composition notebook part. And we can make it a little smaller, but not all the way in the way. So we could do something like that. Let me head over there because it's cute. Thank you. And then the last one we're going to do, remember, we're going to take this and throw it away. Don't matter. We're going to magic grab that part. Wait. And then we can add that part in the middle. And now we have our cute, what do you call these bags? Junk bags when they put all the charms and stuff on it? Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Do we call these junk bags? I think they are. That's what you call like the bracelets and stuff when you have all the charms on it, like a charm bracelet. Okay. So that's what we're creating. And so now we just grab this and we're going to move this around. We're going to take this because we no longer need this. We took everything off of here and we're going to delete that because we don't need it. And we take this, make it smaller, put this in the center. And see, this is what when I say lock the background so that because it's a frame background, so it's automatically going to take the picture. We don't want that to happen. So we're going to move this up with the arrow. So you place wherever you want it to be with the arrow if necessary, or lock the background. And that's that on that. And this is what we designed. You went too close. This is our notebook cover. Again, you can do this with any designer fabric that you want. You can do it with any background that you want. You can go and create whatever you want anywhere. Not anywhere. Like in ideogram, you're able to recreate images so that you can use it. So what do we think? We like it, we don't like it, it's too busy, and for some it may be too busy, but I'm a Gordy girl, so I love busy. I absolutely love busy. And if this is the design that we go with, I'm going to print this out and I'm going to assemble it tomorrow. Let me know if this is a go. Is this a go? Is this a go? Let me know. We got a yes and YT. If this is a go, let me know. And we can move, you can move anything. If you want this to be at the top of it, so it look like it's at the top of the bag, you could, I mean, at the top of the bag. It's not a bag, it's a notebook. At the top of the notebook, you could put it at the top of the notebook. If you want to take the, remember how we did the trick for this to cover on top of here? We magic grabbed this element, the strap element, and we did the same thing with this piece here. And it put the ring behind this little strap. You can do the same thing here. So if you want this piece to be under the leather, you can do the same thing, but just remember, put these pieces back on top. You can take it off, copy this, magic grab this, duplicate it, and just crop it all the way down to where you are right here. And then make sure this is covered. Then you bring back your elements. Any questions? Any questions? I hope I was very thorough when I explained it. I'm not sure if I was. Hopefully, I was very thorough. If anybody wants to know what we did, I'm going to recap the steps that we did to get here. First off, we went to Chat GPT. We asked Chat GPT to give us a design. We told her we was inspired by the charm bags that people are carrying that looks like this, but we want to design a composition notebook background that's going to give this same kind of feel. So I wanted to make sure I had the designer fabric. I wanted the stitching, the tan, and the hardware on my notebook. How I was going to incorporate it, I did not know, but ChatGPT did a great job of thinking about what I wanted to come out with. And so it gave me, these are the elements that was non-negotiable, right? So got it. So you want the notebook cover to capture the exact vibe of this bag. I wanted it to be the rich brown monogram pattern background. I definitely wanted it to have tan leather handles and trim accents, right? I wanted the stitching, as y'all seen, we got the stitching in there. On the leather tag, we got that. And I wanted the cute dangly charms like plushies, flowers, and designer trinkets. And so it gave me the prompt here. And then we took the prompt that it gave us and we went into Ideogram to create. And so Ideogram gave us a few options. Let's go here. It gave us a few options for the design of the notebook. Now remember, some of it didn't create the LV pattern. Some of it may be just the icons, or some of it was just different designs. And so these are the designs that it came up with. And you can take any one of these and copy and paste it over. I am going to, if you are subscribed, I will be giving you the template to my composition notebook. So it'll have the exact sizing that you need every single time. These are some of the notebooks. Again, you can use anything that you want. We took, which one did we take? This one? No, we took this one. We took this one, and you may say, well, that looks a little different. Well, we went into Canva and we edited. We edited the wording here. Well, not the wording. We edited the wording and we made this smaller. We took off the name out of here and we just made it 2 clear lines. We resized some of the charms. We added a labubu. And the same way that I created the bag is the same way I created the labubu. This was the inspiration picture, and then it created a bunch of designs. We grabbed the one we wanted. There were some that I was going for a cartoon background, but we ended up doing a more realistic one, and that's okay. So I went and I used this cream one to give me the one that I wanted. So we grabbed the one with the gold. Which one is it? Here it is. We grabbed this one. This is the one we grabbed. Now this look a little happier than the one that they showed, but it's okay. We grabbed this one, and we grabbed this one because it had the hardware on it, so it matched what we were doing. And then same thing with the charms. We went to the website and copied the picture of the charms that they're putting on the bag, which is that. We asked Ideogram to describe it. No, I took it into ChatGPT, did the same thing that I did with the bag and also the labubu. We did the same thing and asked it to describe it, and it gave us the prompt that was not going to trigger any restrictions, right? So that was that one. This is the charms. can you give me a prompt for these? And it did. And then what we did was, in order for it to stay as true to the original, is that we used it as a character. So you can, when you put in the prompt, you can also put here, the reference, right? And that's what I did. And so these are the images that it gave us. As you can see, is pretty close to what it is over here, right? Pretty close to that. And so we brought it over, and these are cute too. We may even come up with something with the cartoon ones. I like the cartoon ones too. But I wanted to have the realistic one. We resized some charms, and all we did was go into edit on I think I locked this. Yeah. No. Did I lock it? No, it's hit highlighting. We went into edit, and then whatever we needed to move, we moved. Whatever needed to be erased, we magic erased. Whatever needed to be grabbed, we magic grabbed. And then we just moved things around the way we needed them to be. And then we came up with this notebook. And all you have to do after this, matter of fact, I think I should probably, we'll see. Maybe I'll do this as a freebie to give the design that we did together as a freebie. If you would like the design I did as a freebie, put me in the chat. Hey QA, hello, hello, hello. Make sure y'all subscribing, y'all. If you would like a freebie, if you would like this freebie, let me know. Say me. All you have to do is print it out. I will put it on my link tree. So after we get out of here, I am going to put it on my link tree, and you'll be able to just grab this and print this out. You'll be able to grab this and print it out and put it on whatever you want it to be on. I mean, not whatever you want to be on. Put it on a composition notebook. But if you want to sell it, again, sell at your own risk. Now, the thing I like about this that we covered up so much is that you don't really see what's going on behind it. You get the idea, maybe a feeling it could be. Even if we made this a little bigger, the cover, we could do that. But you get the idea of what it's supposed to be, right? But this thing is still similar. It's not exactly a thing. We could call it a rabbit or whatever, right? And all of the other icons, again, these are similar, but it's not exactly. So it's a little off. But again, use at your own risk. But this is what we created. If you wanted this composition notebook to be smaller, that can also be done. All we have to do is go into the magic grab it up, and resize it. Any questions? Again, if you would like this template, say me, and I will put it in my link tree. It'll be the top thing in the link tree so that you can just grab it and you can put it on your notebook. And if you put it on your notebook, make sure you tag me and give me credit. Hello. Tag me and give me credit. All right. So if you are part of if you are watching me on YT, please, and YT, y'all just, figure it out. Because I think TT messes with it, but so far it looked like it didn't. So we're gonna say it. YouTube, I need y'all to subscribe for sure. I'm going to be doing a tutorial every day. Every day won't be a live day, but today is one of those days. Tomorrow is also going to be a live day because we're going to assemble this notebook, and I'm also going to be creating inserts that you put on the inside of the notebook. Because a lot of people just keeping the notebook the same on the inside. We're going to cover it up with something different. I want to put like affirmations or something like that, something inspiring on the inside of the notebook. So so we'll be going live every day. Every day is going to be a tutorial. Again, it may not be live, it may be live. Either way, it's going to be a live tutorial. Currently, we are going to be doing notebooks for a little while because it's back to school season and these things are going viral. So if you want to take advantage of the viral trend, you make sure that you get on board so that you can go on ahead and create something dope and creative. Because like I said, I've seen a lot of people making notebooks, but they ain't make them like this. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me today. Again, I will be putting this link in the link tree so that you guys can grab it. And that is it. That is all you all. So let me see if I'm missing missing anything. I showed you how to design it. I showed you, okay, so the template, I'm going to do that. You have to be a part of my YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to give you the template so that you can create whatever you want. It's super easy. You're going to print this out and you're going to leave an allowance of like a half an inch on the side because this is going to go on the inside of the book. You're going to just trim off this part and that is it. Like if you have some extra on this side, cut that off, but basically you're going to keep the rest of it. No questions? No questions? Is everybody good? All right. Everybody is good. Let me know in the chat. If you are good, say good. And then we are out of here. I hope this was very helpful. Let me know. Was this helpful? Did you enjoy? Did you learn something? Did you learn something new? Let me know in the chat. Because I was a little nervous about coming on today because I was like, I don't know if people want to know how to design a notebook. I don't know if they need to know how to design a notebook. I don't know if they need to do this. So I didn't know if it was going to be beneficial or what. So let me know if it worked for you. And if it did, let me know in the chat, y'all. All right. And if you would like to follow me on YouTube, I am Bubble Babes. That's Babez, a university, and it's also in the link tree too. If you have to go into the link tree to find me, it'll be there as well. And that is it. That is all. And if you do use the design, please tag me in the design. I would very much so appreciate it. If you switch it up, feel free to. Right, but still credit me back. I remember I'm on the road to get 30K in 30 days. I am 1,500 subscribers away from that. So I am very ambitious. I'm very ambitious about that goal. So thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all going ahead and subscribe. This video will be on replay on YouTube. And that is it. That is all. Talk to y'all later. Bye, TikTok. All right, y'all. So let me know if this was good for y'all over here in YouTube. Can y'all hear me? Yes, you can. Let me know if this is good for y'all over here in YouTube. And tomorrow we will assemble the notebook. I'm going to do one off camera just so I can see what it looks like so I can show y'all. Maybe I'll just put it on a regular piece of paper. But either way, I'm going to show it and do the insert too because I'm going to do inserts. And you can do this with anything that you want. You can do this with any kind of background, any kind of charms. You don't necessarily have to do what I did. Again, if you want to be creative and make your own thing, you can go on ahead over into ideogram and create it. Make sure that you change your aspect ratio and add all the elements that you want. Chat GPT is the place where you are going to get your prompts. That's where I went. That's how you get it. Chat GPT. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. Y'all make sure that y'all look on my link tree. That's where I will put this pattern. With that being said, thank you so much, Stacey James. I appreciate you. Hope you subscribe. And I am out of here. I may come back on. Oh no, I won't. I have a meeting tonight, so I won't be back on. Maybe no. I won't be back on tonight. We'll see, Mr. Wilson. We'll see if I come back on. But listen, just pay attention to my stories or something. That's where I'll put it. And that is it. That is all. I'm starting to ramble. So let me jump off of here so I could get me some food because the girl is hungry. And I'll talk to you all later. Thank you so much, Melly Mel. Oh, this would be cute with your background from your brand. So think about it. With that being said, y'all have an amazing day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.